What's going on? I'm back, but before we get started, let me sip my water. Actually, a few gulps. Yo, fuck the tea. Forget Mr. T. Don't forget Mr. T. Mr. T was awesome. But Mr.
Bad motherfucker.
Samuel L. Jackson has spoken out about the debacle, scandalous ass actions by not only MASI, but Formula One as a whole, we gonna say, excluding drivers and even some of the other teams. Well, that's even being in question by some people now. Some people have even gone as far as saying that an elaborate scheme further up the ladder, just drizzled down with dog shit to just shit on Lewis Hamilton in his 8th world championship. Does that work better for you all? Not saying consecutive, because I know it's not consecutive. It was a misspeak, but we covered that.
You a smart motherfucker. That's right.
For all those other individuals who say race is never a factor, kiss my ass, you're wrong. For all those individuals that say Lewis Hamilton is sulking and we are crying, kiss my ass, you're wrong. There is such thing as seeing a situation that is wrong and somebody has been done wrong and responding to it, and seeing a situation that occurs and just complaining. We're not complaining. We're voicing our opinions, perspectives, and some people voicing factual information, such as myself and others, about what took place that day. There's always some things to be debated. But what I like to speak about today is the fact that a very well-known, prominent Black actor, man of color, let's just say that, because I don't even, people ask, and I even ask, like, why is it black? Like, I'm not black. Like, this Apple Watch is black, dude. This microphone that I have for podcasting is black. Am I that? My camera is black. Like, my Amazon Fire Stick remote is black. Am I that? No, I'm not that. So I don't know why this whole term of, like, black came in. Like, I know some of my ancestors, some of my brothers, some of the people that are of color, even, like, don't even get started. Like, you think it's just from Africa that people of that color can get as dark or have, like, colored skin? No, it's not the case. But we won't get into all that. But I don't know why that is. Like, even on applications you look and it says, white, but then you got black and it says African American. Like, it should say white and European American just as well, because everybody in America is not a descendant of American. Like, so if you're going to do that, Europeans come to America too. So why are they not European Americans? But anyway, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson has spoken out about this egregious bullshit that took place against Lewis Hamilton during the whole battle between him and Max Verstappen this entire season. And I share some of his views. Max to me, is an awesome driver. He was one of my favorite drivers. Still one of my favorite drivers. I said Max was up and coming. Like, Max was up next. I believe Max was closest more than others in the field. I like Lando. I like Ricardo. I love Vettel. But I do believe Max was on a trajectory to be the next up-and-coming world champion at some point. It could even been this year. But the way things played out, hell no. That was gifted in that race. But let's talk about what Mr. Samuel L. Jackson said, okay? Big shout out to you all who continuously send me information as I am busy on other platforms. I really do appreciate it. Now, I did do some research, and I'm going to throw this up here on the screen. If you go to Twitter, his Twitter profile picture does not match what you will see up here on the screen, because I believe that this was a creation of a story from his Instagram post. All right, I think that's what that was. And because the profile pictures do match, at first I was a little hesitant because the Twitter profiles didn't match. So I went to his Instagram, and sure enough, although posted on Twitter, I believe this is a screenshot from his Instagram because the profile pictures match. And also, I will show you something else after this that further substantiates the fact that he weighed in. So, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson says, I know all too well what it's like to have to defend yourself in public and sit back and watch your friends and family be silent. I can't do that. We shouldn't let Lewis Hamilton fight this alone. Life is short, tomorrow isn't promised, and more time is not guaranteed for any of us. We shouldn't console him with next year. A lot of you, next year. Lewis, our brother. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. I skipped the line. For a full season, we watched Lewis compete with Max for this title early and aggressively. Max is an incredible driver. I agree. He deserved all his wins this season, but he did not win the championship. I also very firmly agree. He did not win the championship. He was awarded the championship, given the championship, but he didn't win it on the track. He was getting his ass gapped, majorly gapped. I won't even go into an analogy that I could use for how gapped he was, but you get the picture. Lewis, our brother, was robbed for 57.5 laps. Mind you, this was a 58-lap race. I remember that, but I could be wrong. But you can go back and check, because I know a lot of you like to criticize me on, making mistakes. Go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it was 58 laps. 57.5 laps. He dominated, which he did. Yeah. Sometimes he even led by 16 seconds according to Red Bull's own status card. Also according to Red Bull, Christian was asked, basically, what are you going to do? He conceded that it was over for he and Max and the Red Bull team. They retired Perez's car. He said it was over. There was nothing that he could do. Mercedes was absolutely too fast. Go back and watch the race. I still have it on my DVR for you all to say I don't watch Formula One. I never watched the race. Yeah, I got the whole entire season DVR'd. I deleted last season because you only get so much DVR space, right? All right. F1 has been on a campaign to bring in a wider and diverse audience, but somehow continues to railroad its only black driver in the sport by making arbitrary last-minute rules that consistently contradicts the previous ones. Where else have we seen that before? Somebody left a very elaborate and long comment on one of my YouTube videos, and they were spot on. And I will paraphrase, moving the goalposts according to whom they are making subject to the rules. Happened for a very long time. I continue. Last-minute rules that consistently contradicts the previous ones. These rules seem to specifically affect Lewis the most. F1, FIA may not do the right thing, and in that case, they deserve loss U.S. fans in the process. You know he meant to say they deserve to lose U.S. fans in the process. While this is entertainment overall and pales in comparison to many other issues we face, we shouldn't ignore that this man is part of our legacy as a people, and this is his life's work he is being robbed of. Robbed of. Now, when I saw this, like I said, I did research. Now, coming back to this, I saw also, and I will throw this up on the screen, when I found out that this more than likely came from his Instagram account, you can see right here, Samuel Jackson, verified star, matching profile picture, location, London, United Kingdom. Not here for the games this week, but still gonna have some fun. People, I don't know completely what all or whom all Samuel Jackson may have been incorporating when he said people. But when I say it here on my platform, I'm talking about everyone that is sensible, that is kind. I just this morning came from downtown handing out a plethora of products, clothes, toiletries to the homeless. You think just those homeless were black? Brown people? You think they were just white people? Red people? Yellow people? No, it was a majority diversity of people. It just so happened to be that majority of them were men and women of color. There was a woman out there, a white woman out there. Very sweet. Very sweet. I don't know what led to that situation, but I go back to saying when I say people, I mean everybody that is kind and understands that we are a human race. But that situation that he outlined, constant movement of the goalposts, the constant statements and comments that people make to say, "Oh, he can have." Matter of fact, fuck that. Even Max said some dumb bullshit. He said that he has 7, so it shouldn't be too bad. I don't give a fuck if he had 10. He earned it. And with Max saying that, it tells me that himself as a competitor, when a competitor says something like that, they know that something was wrong. They know that they were given something that completely they didn't earn. When you have to say that somebody else has a certain number of championships, so they should be okay, that tells me that you kind of know the championship that you got really is not yours, but he should be all right. He has 7. Nah, it don't work that way. It happens that way, but it shouldn't work that way. For all those saying that, oh, stop crying, it's over, it's done, we can move on to next season. That's the same type of bullshit that organizations and that people have told other people that were damn oppressed and are cheated out of something that they technically earned. For some people in life, they have to sit here and work 10 times as hard just so other people perceive or view them the same as their counterparts that may be of different tone. Well, Mr. Motherfucker Samuel Jackson definitely says something worth saying. And I think it also says something worth saying when so many of us are looking at this situation. I'm looking at it as a whole. Like, who is going to be the next driver, regardless of what their ethnicity is, that is going to be cheated out of something that they worked hard for because it doesn't fit the scheme or the agenda of an organization to put a certain face in place or to put a certain person in place or a personality or a character. Your body of work should be what you are awarded for, rightfully so. Hamilton won that race by his body of work. MASI arranged, changed, dearranged, defaced, took all integrity out of F1 and us as fans watching. Him and Christian did some bullshit and totally robbed Lewis Hamilton of his 8th world championship. Mercedes did what they should have been doing throughout the season, just like Red Bull did. By making changes, by making updates, by trying to get better, by being aggressive. Although Max way more aggressive than Hamilton, because we've seen Hamilton yield in many situations where I myself would have said, fuck you, Max. You're not finishing this race either. If you think you're going to run me off this fucking track, you're going to have to wreck your shit to do it. And we saw Hamilton take that stand where he decided, I'm not giving. Because Max was so accustomed to putting that pressure on Lewis to cause Lewis to back out, because Lewis will back out before he wants to cause an accident and lose the whole race or risk injuring somebody. But there was a certain point, and some of you may be talking about Silverstone, where Lewis decided he's not backing the fuck out. You're going to have to wreck me if you want to push me off this track, and that's exactly what happened. But I find it real funny how nobody wanted to speak up about the low bullshit character of Max, knowing that his fucking car is on somebody's neck and doesn't even go over there to check on him. Doesn't go over there to see, okay, just walks the fuck off. Your car is literally on top of somebody. That tells me a lot. That told right there, before even this championship shit started, I lost some respect for Max. I lost some respect there for Crash Strapping. He was one of my favorite drivers, second to Lewis. I'm just saying, there were times where I protested and said shit like to my friends, to other fans, in defense of Max. I'm an aggressive driver when I'm driving or if I'm racing. I understand that. But I gotta eat my shit too when I'm done something wrong. I've been so aggressive that it became of something of ill intent, although I didn't intend to be. So anyway, Merry, happy Christmas Eve, happy holidays. Tomorrow we wake up, enjoy family as any day you should. This should not be the only day that you wake up. You're thankful to be topside. You're thankful to be around your loved ones. Every day I wake up, every day I'm topside. I love to see my family. It's going to be no different tomorrow. The only difference is we're opening a few gifts that you have no idea about. But every day, like every week, every month, I get my wife something. you know, it should be that way. Don't let a holiday be the only day you show love to those that you should be loving, those that are your friends, those are your family. Do that. You never know. Something else might come out and I might gift you all with another video. By the way, there will be another video coming out. There will be a good episode also coming out on the podcast on Podbean.Wolfpack Performance. I appreciate all of you that have filtered over to my Instagram account, sending me DMs, whether it be hate or it be love. I appreciate it all. And with that being said right there goes another holiday delivery. So I got to go get that. So you know what I say? Yeah, I got hella security around here. No bullshit. That's just one phase of it. Just build it.